Alright, hey guys, welcome back to day 26 out of 26 days consecutively in a straight row. Sorry if I have a little bit of a list, but I have some retainers in right now. Alright. So those might mess with my speech a little bit, just so you know. Oh my goodness, today started so early. Well, not any earlier than normal, but it felt like really early because I was exercising in the morning. So this morning started out with early morning practice. I was one of the first guys there. There's some other girls, but obviously the girls are in a different locker room. And I had the locker room all to myself. That was pretty crazy. 6:15 right on the dot. Yeah, so we just did a really easy practice. 3 miles, got a lot of recovery time in. So we can be ready for this pretty serious meet that's gonna happen tomorrow. And right now it's 9:22. 9:22, and I'm gonna be getting up at like 4:15 to get up on the bus at 4:45 with all my stuff ready. So that's gonna be so exciting in the morning. I just know it already. I really need to get to bed soon, so this is probably gonna be a shorter video, just so you know. Alright, so after practice, I went to school, right? Because I have an open A block, and there's no point in going back home because it's just not long enough. But everyone was just so sleepy and tired coming to school, and I had been up for literally hours before they had gotten there, and it was kind of crazy because I was like, maybe this waking up earlier is kind of cool, and not staying up late, because everyone stays up late, but no way gets done staying up late. If you want to get that gain, you want to get the bed, you want to do the work, it's in the morning, it's not in the afternoon, right? So everyone was super sleepy coming to school. Math was, so, skipping A block, right, literally did nothing. Math was really good. We had a celebration, more like a, congratulations, you made it through IB math, like statistics, and you didn't quit kind of celebration. Like, good job, now work on this packet, and study for the test. It was okay, it was cool. The test isn't as intimidating as I thought it would be. Really, it's only like 13 questions long, but it's about basically everything we ever covered this year and last year, so it's not gonna be terrible. Then lunch was okay. I was super full from eating all the sweets from math class. And English was super easy because we had a sub, and we had some we literally had to just find our excerpts or areas where the excerpts were that had the idea that we wanted to talk about, like the universal problem for our IA, which I am completely and totally ready for that because I feel like I'm pretty practiced just to recording videos. Who knew that would have helped me, like, just practice talking by myself to a camera at odd hours. Yeah, that's just me. Yeah, so English, really easy. I think it was the sub part that made it the easiest. Yeah. Then history was super duper surreal because, like, a lot of people, tomorrow is the first day of spring break, right? It's a Saturday, technically, yeah. But it was super surreal because a lot of people took spring break a day early, and they, like, didn't show up to D block, the last period. And there's, like, 7 of us showed up to our history class, and we just watched. We did like a couple sides of notes, and then we watched an entire CNN episode of the Cold War. Well, that was cool because my history teacher, he was like really nerding out about it because it came out during his glory days in high school, right? So I was like, this is the coolest episode ever. And so he had like a freak out session after that. And then Mustang Connections, I learned about this crazy property, and actually, so I did a little bit of research on it, and it's been blowing up my phone. Like, so on like realtor.com or Zillow.com, there's like, type in your information if you want to learn more about this property, and we'll get you some agents to contact you, right? So I typed that in, and I'm looking at this property right here. Let's put that cursor over there, and it looks really quaint. It's very small. I actually visited it in person just from the outside, and it's super duper small. Those 3 pictures were just the living room. This is the kitchen. That's me backsplash, even though it looks kind of old. It's built-in appliances. It's like there's the fridge right here, but they took that out. And I was actually talking to one of the neighbors that was there, and she's all, this house has been vacant ever since I've been here. And obviously, as you can tell, there's a lot of work that needs to be put into it. It's going to be a very big fixer-upper for whoever buys it. And actually, I was kind of looking at it, I was like, maybe I'll buy it. I'll buy it, move all my like legal addresses over there, then go on the 2-year mission and just like rent it out while I'm gone so I can pay down the mortgage by itself. Right? Wouldn't that be wicked? That'd be so cool. But then I ran into some other problems with like talking to some other realtors, and like you have to have, unless it's going to be a homeowner occupied house, you'd have to put like 20% down on a non-homeowner occupied house, because it just doesn't make sense for like people to buy houses with extremely low rates, extremely good conditions, and just to rent them out to like people that may not take care of the property very much. So that was the idea behind that, and it makes sense. But I'd have to obviously talk to like credit unions or banks and see if like I'd have to get really, really creative with financing, because you'd have to buy it as is. So no like putting a roof repair into the contract or anything like that. You just buy the whole unit, buy the whole house, the lot, as it sits right now. Like hands off, hands on. And it's kind of cool because it's in a trust. So there's 3 recipients of this trust, so 3 trustees, and they're like, we don't want this anymore, we need to sell it. And so if I went into negotiations on the house, I'd probably have to negotiate with all 3 at once. So that'd be a little bit of a hackle, but it'd be really cool. So that's something that like I totally freaked out about, like, because it just got posted today. That's the other big thing. And as soon as I typed in my information, like literally click the button, seconds later, like no joke, my phone starts ringing. And I pick it up, and it's Gabe the Babe from Lisa Burgess's real estate team. I was like, anyway, that was a really good conversation, and he's actually super new to the real estate game, and it was awesome to like get the bond with him. And he's all, yeah, I'd totally be your teacher if you have any more questions. So that was awesome. Anyway, after that was all in like the last 25 minutes of school in our Mustang Connections class, which is essentially like homework room. But that was cool. And then after that, I just went home, and I was also really bonkers. That's when I stopped by the home and visited in person, just like look at it, talk to the neighbor. Oh, the neighbor was sitting out in front of her porch, like on her porch, when I pulled up, and I actually blocked her driveway because like there wasn't any parking space. And I was talking to her, like that's how I learned how it was vacant ever since she's been there. And then, but it looked like she was waiting for someone, and she had like her luggage on the driveway, and then all of a sudden this like really nice black Porsche pulls up. I'm like, oh, frick, I messed up, because I'm blocking the driveway because there's no parking space. And I was like, oh crap. I'm so dead. But turned out he wasn't a gangster, and I was able to like really awkwardly, professionally back out without hitting any cars. Oh, thank goodness. And I was able to get out of there without getting got, you know? And then, oh yeah. That was just, it was so crazy and weird. Actually, really lucky. And yeah. Oh, there's gonna be an open house on Sunday from 11:30 to 1. I actually plan on going to that open house. And I'll try and get you guys some film on the inside of this. See if there's already obviously gonna be other people there. My mom and my grandma went there, and they're like, yeah, there's already some other families checking out the outside of it. Because they were already interested in it. And it's priced really low for the market right now, which is kind of crazy. But also buying it as is means there may be some big problems with it. Also, my Shutterfly box came in today, and here we go. Shutterfly, so Shutterfly is in charge of making like wedding announcements, graduation announcements, and my grad cards finally came in. Would you look at that? Boom! There you go. I don't know if you can tell. It might be too shiny, but that's my graduation card. You'll probably see it in another video, probably tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day. But yeah, so I just got envelopes and graduation announcements in this box. It was really cool. And so I'm so pumped. Spring break is starting this weekend, right? And so I'm making a goal to edit all of the videos and start posting them, and hopefully I'll be able to get ahead of the load and start making a schedule for posting. It's like, because you can schedule posts on YouTube. It's really cool. But that's all for day 26. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully today was a little more entertaining. A crazy new house on the market. All the heat and information. Within 20 minutes I talked to 2 realtors that called me. It was so crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out day 26. Take care.